And today I have an expert with me, somebody that is not just talking about it, but she's doing it. She's been in the game for so many years and had a lot of success selling in London, developing businesses, and today helping people, especially financial planners, succeed on LinkedIn. So many people out there struggling, want to sell on LinkedIn. It is possible. Paola, welcome so much to the show.
Thank you very much, Asger, for having me. It's a real pleasure. Thank you.
So good to have you. Before we dive into a lot of questions, because we are all about giving value, practical tips, tricks to sell, and that means helping people, and especially on LinkedIn. I want to know a little bit about you, because what is your passion? Because you've been working with this for more than 20 years. What's your passion? How come this is something you have a burning desire to help people with? Build their business, sell more. Share a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. So originally I'm from Colombia, hence the Latin looks. I was adopted to Sweden when I was 2, hence the very Swedish surname, Forsberg. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I lived in Sweden all my life, but one day I decided I want to learn English. So I went to St. Andrews University up in Scotland. And after my master's degree there, I thought, do I go back home to Sweden? Do I try London? Went to London, investment banking, did that for 11 years, always selling to financial advisors. But I think there was one thing that came up over and over and over again. I had hundreds, possibly thousands of financial advisors and planners telling me, I don't get quality leads. And I think I've always had an entrepreneurial flair and streak in me. And I thought, you know what, rather than them pushing and providing products, how about I start my own business and provide a service, helping them generate quality leads predictably. Platform of choice for me is LinkedIn. And then, I don't know, business just took off. COVID was crazy as well. I had clients in Vietnam, Hong Kong, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Switzerland, Italy. I never visioned it to go international, but obviously everyone was online, right? Yeah. And I think what I do, it made me realize as well, it's not just UK based because it's online. And I think having lived this myself, because what I teach and what I preach, I do it all myself. And I saw such phenomenal results. I stopped going to network events. I started being intentional on direct messaging, posting on LinkedIn. We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah. I saw phenomenal results. And I thought, I could teach this to financial advisors, right? Yeah. And yeah, it shocked me in the beginning as well, the actual results you can get.
Yeah. What an awesome thing you bring in. Like the whole world is your playground. Yeah. Are you on LinkedIn and thinking, nobody wants to buy my product. It's so super niche. You know what? There's someone in China, like you mentioned, there's someone in Switzerland, there's someone in Chile. You can sell to the entire world. It's all about having the systems, the techniques, positioning, all of this we get into, but they are out there because
absolutely.
What are we, 10 billion on the planet and maybe 2 billion on LinkedIn. Yeah. It's about finding them and convincing them that you can help.
I think anyone, even if everyone watching this got 150 clients on LinkedIn, I'm pretty sure they'd be over the moon. I know I would.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need that many, especially if you can position yourself, your service well. You know, if you say 150, well, that's one every other day, and you still get to have a nice vacation. So I totally understand why you're in this game, helping people. And for me personally, I've also worked with financial planners, ran some workshops with some clients. This is important for people. I mean, finance is important. It's not everything, but people are challenged if your finances aren't in place. So it's a really important topic. And of course, it's also a business, but it's also at the end of the day, helping people. Awesome. I have a question for you. Yes, just really to kick off with a lot of value to everybody listening. What's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten on selling? Like one golden nugget, like what's that?
I think actually learn from someone who's already achieving the success you are striving from. Pay them and then copy and paste. You are almost it's almost impossible to fail if you do it that way.
I love that. And I see this with people who are, quote unquote, LinkedIn experts. And then sometimes I dig in and say, what did you sell before you sold LinkedIn services? And 9 out of 10 times, they didn't sell anything.
Yeah.
And they're teaching other people to sell it. Not that it can't be done, but I prefer someone that actually sold something and then they master that. And then they went, okay, I can help some people sell on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm a speaker. I can help people become better at speaking, but I go on the stage myself. And that's why I invited you, because I know you've done this a long time and you're not just selling it, you've done it.
Yes.
And not just once, many times. So I love that advice. I also love the fact that you say copy paste. So many people say, oh no, but I'm different. Sure, you're a little bit different, but you're probably not that different, right? Follow the recipe. You're going to get success, and later you can adapt and change a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even when I started my business, I was very corporate investment banking career in London. Okay. When I moved to Cornwall for love, I Googled, how to, and really fully investigated how to start my own business online.
Yeah.
And
perfect.
I didn't think either, gosh, can you sell online? Does this work? Way back this is now.
Yeah.
But then these opportunities come to you and you learn from people that have done it. And what I was going to say is very often you don't need to reinvent the wheel. And very often when you're trying to achieve something, someone else has already done it. So why not go to them and learn how to do it? You fast forward your success. You skip all the failures. You skip a hell of a lot of headache, frustration, and save loads of time as well, right?
Totally. I mean, I'm totally with you. But I think so many people are afraid to invest a little bit in themselves. Yes, it does take some money to invest, hiring you or other experts to grow. And people would rather trade their time. But think about how much more you could earn, how much more you could help if you come up with an upfront payment and then really accelerate.
But I think also sometimes it's the not taking action. It's actually costing you way more, both in money and in time, than if you start and take imperfect action, but take action and do it.
Yeah, I experienced this myself. Also, people that want to give their best talk right away said, don't expect it to be perfect. First 10 times, just figure out how to do certain things.
Exactly.
Love that piece of advice. Now, another thing is you just shared your best piece of advice. What's the biggest myth you experience when you have your clients?
Well, it's quite a few, actually, I would say. But I would say one of them, it still shocks me. It still shocks me that people treat their LinkedIn profile like a CV. We all used to do it, myself included. But flip it. I know I say this in all my posts, all my videos, but if you flip it and treat it as a storefront, what would you then have there to attract the people? If you have a candy shop and you have no candy in the shop, guess what? No one's going to come and buy candy from you. It's very simple, but it's the same. And if you stop thinking about LinkedIn like a CV, I've done this, I've done that, I've got this qualification, because you can prospect on LinkedIn and you can find dream clients, but writing it as a CV is not going to attract them.
No.
It might attract your competition and they'll check you out.
Yeah.
You're not going to find your dream clients that way. I think that's probably one of the biggest myths.
Yeah. So you really see a lot of people that talk about themselves and then leave it to other people to figure out why is it valuable. Yeah. And we can flip it and say, here's how I can help you.
Yeah. And I even see this week and last week, I spoke to 3 financial advisors. They don't even have a profile picture on their LinkedIn profile. And they have no banner, what goes behind your head.
Yeah. So okay, what would be 3 easy hacks for everybody listening in here? Go do that, and then you are ahead of.
Oh, absolutely. 3 things, super simple. Number 1, your profile picture. Make sure you're friendly, approachable, but I mean, obviously, if your clients have suits on, maybe be in a suit. If you're more casual, if your client's more casual, be a bit more casual. Have a picture of your face, not the whole body, Doesn't have to be fancy, but just your face. But this hack, name the picture, what you do, and who you help. And it will really help you on the SEO, and it will rank you towards the very top. So if people are looking for a financial advisor in Kent, maybe put in the words financial planner or advisor in Kent. That's a really good hack. Number one, have a good profile picture, rename it.
Yeah.
Number two, I would say definitely banner behind your head. Your profile picture comes up here. The banner, try and showcase who you are helping, how you are helping them, and what they get out from working together with you. People spend something like 3 seconds scrolling. Yeah. You got a good picture, but more importantly, people don't know this. People actually look at your banner first.
Okay. Wow.
Then your picture, then your headline. So the banner is super vital. A hack here, if you want, the tool to use, completely free, Canva.
Canva. Yeah, go and use Canva.
Yeah, and you can go into Canva and actually type the word LinkedIn banner, I think it's called actually, LinkedIn banner. And it comes up with hundreds for free templates. And all you need to do is change the wording, change the color, try and make it your brand colors or your corporate colors. Off you go. That will have a huge impact. And number three, so we talked about profile picture, we talked about the banner, and the third and last thing I would say is your headline. Rather than writing, and I see this all the time, financial planner at XYZ.
Yeah.
If you go back to think about the storefront, no one's going to, it doesn't mean anything. No one's going to buy from you just to knowing that you're a financial planner working at XYZ. This goes for everyone, not just financial planners, obviously. But if you write it, again, try and think about who you help, how you help them, what they get out from working with you, but also in here, which almost no one does, add a social proof. You can take a few words from a testimonial and put it in there. And again, you can put some interests. Maybe you're into personal development. Maybe you love books. Maybe you're a marathon runner. These tiny tweaks, will now attract people with similar interests.
Okay, yeah. Makes
and
a lot.
You have about 220 characters to play with on your headline, not just role at company. Really, work on writing it and making it attractive to your target audience or dream client.
Yeah. Makes total sense. The why, how, what.
Yeah.
Why should they work with you? How do you do it? The results you get and what they can gain. Love
and if you spend half an hour doing your profile picture, getting the banner, rewriting your headline, you are now also passing the 3-second test. People won't scroll past you. They'll actually look at you. And another thing on the banner, try and make it light background with dark text so it pops, or dark background with light text. Maybe I said that twice, but the opposite, you know what I mean?
That's super cool.
Free. Spend half an hour, profile picture, banner, headline, job done. Those are probably the 3 biggest ones.
Nice. What I've done recently is actually have a banner that changes.
Yes.
So you can have, but I don't know, what you take on that?
Yeah, absolutely. You get up to 5 pictures. The first one, you can say what you do and who you help. Second one, maybe put some testimonials in there, some social proof.
Yeah.
Third one, maybe a picture of yourself. Absolutely. It's actually something I've been thinking about doing. But then sometimes when you sit on Canva an hour later, so if you want to keep it really simple, stick to one picture. But
start with one. Well, what I don't know if this works, but then if you have it changing, there's a little bit of action going on. Stand out a little bit in that way. But I really love your tip on naming the banner, the picture, so you stand out in that way. I think a lot of people aren't aware of that. So if you've never heard about that, write it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. This is definitely new to me, so love that.
And also, yes, you said it, the banner, rename the banner as well, or name the banner once you do something you do, something you help, where you're located.
And you mentioned a great thing when we had our talk before the live here, which is go on Google and write a search. And then we, of course, don't know if this is the right way to search for it, but then go in the bottom. That's your tip. Go in the bottom and
I was
see
going to come to
what other
that.
people search for.
Because sometimes people think, okay, great, Paola's now told me the picture, the banner, the headline. What do I put in the headline? So if you go onto Google, pretend to be your own future dream client.
Yeah.
You will type in, I think my dream client's going to look for financial planner in Kent.
Yeah.
Oh, go down to the very bottom of Google, because what you will get at the very bottom is actual phrases from actual people searching for exactly the same thing that you just searched for.
Yeah.
But what you will see, it's shocking, but every time you think they're searching financial planner in Kent, but they're not. They might say tax optimization strategies or inheritance tax October 2027. What are the implications for me? They become very specific, or how do I consolidate my 5 pensions from JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley,
Okay.
So it's really worth going down, because that wording, you now know what they're searching for, and then put those words
of course
in your headline.
Yeah, makes total sense. Yeah, this is so awesome. Using the technology to find your clients, not just guessing.
Yeah,
right?
And it's free.
It's free tool. Google is there. So love that. Really optimize the profile. It's kind of like you stand out in a nice way. And of course, there's tons more you can do, but I really love the 3-second rule. We get into your profile. Do I know what you do? Do I feel somewhat intrigued, curious within 3 seconds? If not, I'm probably gone. Right. Yeah. One thing that you talk a lot about that I don't think so many people teach, because it's a little bit harder to teach and it's a little bit harder to grasp, but I think it's actually the key to success, not just in selling on LinkedIn or selling anywhere else. It's really the mindset, or philosophy of thinking, all these sort of things. So I'd love to hear you dive a little bit into mindset. What is mindset to you?
So I think a lot of people come to me, financial advisors, and they often say, I hate selling.
Yeah.
They also say, I hate social media. Those are probably the most common haters that I hear.
Yeah.
Hate sentences. But I say to them, rather than saying, I hate selling, scrap that altogether and reframe that phrase to potentially, I love serving. Because that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And instead of saying, I hate social media, again, you can say, I am able to help more people, because more people will know I exist by being visible. Now, that's a very long rephrase, but you get it. So rather than, putting in your head that selling is bad and social media is bad, again, like the CV, flip it. I almost do everything the opposite, right? So don't say I hate selling. Say I love serving. Don't say I hate social media. Say I love helping more people finding me, for example.
I love that, because at the end of the day, we should be proud of what we do. And when people come to us for help, no matter what business you're in, it should be so that what we give them is worth more than they pay us.
Yeah.
So in that way, we're actually helping them.
Yeah.
It's not a help if somebody calls me and do you want this newspaper? I'm like, no, I got 3 kids. I love my job. I don't read newspapers. Yeah. I'm okay with 5 minutes online to check the news. And they keep selling. That's not helping me.
No.
But financial planners, getting your finances in place is
huge.
It's one of the key elements in life, right?
Absolutely.
Relationship, finance, and health. If you got that in place, right? And so many people, if you ask them, have you thought about your pension? No, it's still 20 years ahead. Yeah, my friend, you got to think about it now, right? You're just thinking about your monthly payments. No. And so we need help, a lot of us.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's exactly that. And I think financial advisors, they sometimes I mean, they know their value, but they're being quite humble about it. And, you know, to put a proper financial plan in place is no small task.
No.
And it's like you say, it's that whole wealth and health. You fix one, the other one almost fixes itself on its own. You know, they very much go together.
Of course. And if you have great wealth, you can get more health.
Exactly. And financial planners actually change people's lives. It's not just about the investment or the strategies. You know, lifestyle financial planners, they really go into depth of looking what are your goals and how are we going to reach those goals. And a lot of financial advisors, you know, I see their testimonials and they've helped people through hardships, transformation, divorces, losing a job. And, you know, there's someone who's there really helping you. And I know obviously it can be very overwhelming talking openly about your finances. But I think, again, it's vital. Everyone should have a financial advisor.
Yeah. So totally agree. So really the mindset is being proud of helping people and tapping into what's the bigger value we're helping people with. And of course, at the end of the day, if to say we discover, hey, I can't help you, then be okay with that.
Yeah. And you don't have to shout and, you know, push hard and sell hardcore selling, you know, but you can just showcase a case study from a client.
Yeah, of course.
You can do it quite softly.
And the good thing is if you have a system like yours, we're going to dive more into that later, is you don't need to be pushy. You're okay because your book is full. It's like, sure, I would love to work with you. If not, no worries. I find someone else and work with them, right? You also get the pleasure of working with the people you want to work with.
Exactly. And I think, I think you're so right that if you shift from actually helping people rather than selling to people, that's really big. And it will change a lot when you start thinking like that.
Yeah. So what is one way you help people? We talked a little about reframing technique. Why? What are some other tools that you do to help people really integrate this mindset? Because I think it goes a little bit deeper. I mean, we can understand it intellectually, but to get it ingrained in us, how do you really help people internalize this?
How do you mean in terms of?
No, for instance, say, okay, sure, I get it. I help people, but calling up or writing a DM might still be hard because you haven't really internalized it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you might understand on an intellectual level, yes, I am helping people, but maybe there's a little bit of you, who am I to do this? Or it could be someone else doing it, or they probably don't have a problem. They would probably call me if they really needed it.
Okay, no, I see what you mean.
Being a little bit more, I wouldn't say aggressive, but a little bit more, hey, let me reach out. Let me see if I can help you.
Yeah.
And being okay with that. Because, of course, you're going to get some no's.
Yes,
no matter how good you are.
So the way I do it for myself and the way I teach it to my clients, it's very much just building real and genuine relationships.
Okay.
And put this winning a sale out.
Yeah.
Just in every conversation you have, just see, can you serve them? Can you help them?
Yeah.
And I often start my DMs with something like just saying, how did you get into the financial advisor space? There's one phrase. 75+% reply. Because you're focusing on them. So just being genuine, and then you can just slowly have a bit of baseline information about them, and then obviously find out whether do they even have the problem that you solve. If they don't, they're not going to buy from you.
No.
And you can almost, put them to nurture and move on.
Yeah.
But I think just very slowly and very genuinely finding out if they have the problem that you solve. If they do, maybe try and see, is it urgent for them now? Is it a year down the line? Just seeing roughly where they are. And I don't even have phone calls with people unless they've, given me quite a few of these, because they're not going to be the right fit. So that can really help you as well. Just building real relationships, asking them the right questions in the right way. And they will tell you And then when you jump on a call with someone, it's so much easier because you know who they are.
Yeah.
You've got a bit of baseline information. You know they have the problem that you solve. You know their timeline for it. They've asked to have a conversation.
Yeah.
That phone call is going to be way more enjoyable than talking to a cold lead.
Yeah. It really
putting that system, and it helps with your confidence as well, because you go into the call thinking, oh wow, they booked it with me, because and I think you almost need to think, if you can almost have people being sold before the conversation happens, you're on to winner.
Yeah. I'm very much of agreeing with you and thinking in the mindset 90% of selling is helping them see their problem.
Yeah.
Because if you can do that, usually be open and say, do you want to hear about how I helped other people in a similar situation? Yeah, sure. It'd be lovely. And then you share that. Could you see that self-work for you? Yeah, I probably could.
Yeah. Right? And so this is the thing as well. People have to, whatever you offer, they have to be able to see themselves being able to have that for themselves and implement whatever the action they need to take to get to that goal. If they can't see that, it's not going to happen. And also, it's more about just clarity. A lot of people say, I do this and I do that, and we have this here and the benefit and the structure. It's too much, They just almost want to know if they can get a result.
Yeah.
And they want to know how to make it happen and implement it.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't have to talk about 15 different modules and 16 different meetings and reviews and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So keeping it very concise and very clear will also help immensely.
Okay. So really focusing on the results that they're going to get and maybe the investment they have to do in terms of time.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. Cool. Yeah. Love that, because people at the end of the day, they don't need to know all the details.
No. I mean, when someone comes on board with me, I don't say, we will have a setup and it might be 3 meetings. There's a form you have to fill in. There's usually 2 more. You've lost them already. I'm thinking, holy, oh God. Yeah. They just want to know, okay, I can get quality leads. Yeah. I will see results within my first month. Great.
Okay,
How do I pay? They don't really care about how many phone calls we have, how many emails, how many forms they need to submit, how often I sit down once a week to talk to them and show them the report and the results. They don't really care about the ins and outs, They want to know if they can get quality leads and they will know when and how to get the results.
Awesome. I remember in our conversation also to give people here a few practical tips, because this is really, really good. What you're sharing is, how do you get leads quickly? How do you find them? Because I know you have a system. Within 5 minutes, boom, here are really potentially some great leads instead of just going through a feed in LinkedIn. Yeah. What should people do to increase the quality within 5 minutes of finding leads?
I get so excited about this. It's a very simple answer. Sales Navigator. I know some people think, it's a tool, it's a fancy extra, it's an expense. Yeah. But when you step into Sales Navigator, and they very often have a 30-day free trial. Also, if you know someone who's got Sales Navigator, just saying, you can get 60-day free trial.
Okay.
So it's by invitation basis. I think I only have 10 left, but we can put it in the show notes below as well.
Sure.
Reach out to me with the word Sales Navigator and we can set that up. Once you're in there, you can get so specific with filters. It's actually crazy. You spend 5 minutes and all of a sudden you have a list of your dream clients.
Okay.
You can put, rather than just putting lawyers, for example, if you enter lawyers, you will have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of results. Some might be in Dubai, some might be in London, not good enough, right? No. But if you put things like a partner of a law firm, they have to have 10 plus years experience. They have to earn £150,000 base per year. You want them to be based in Mayfair. You might even want them to be at specific companies. Now, it just spits out a list that hits every single criteria. And I always say this to clients on the phone, but it's a bit like when you come to me, if you were to say to me, Paola, find me my dream house in England. If I filter house, England, we both know you are not going to get what you want. But if you tell me it's a 2-bedroom house, space for 3 cars, it's got a swimming pool, oh, it's a nice house. 6 miles from this school for the kids, has to be near the airport because of business travel, whatever. You get there, it's criteria. Now we're talking, when I then present the houses to you, it's exactly the same with lead generation.
Love
Unless
that.
you know who you're targeting, you're going to have a hard time finding quality leads.
Yeah, this is one of the things I see people struggle with. I'm pretty sure you probably do too. Oh, I help pretty much everyone, right? And you don't come across as an expert if you try to help everyone. Love that meta or that analogy with the house. It really resonates with me. You know,
and that's one of the, I thought in the beginning, one of the myths, you know, I so often hear, it's exactly this that you just touched upon. I help all these different people and they have all these different asset ranges. But when you sell to everyone, you actually end up selling to no one. I know this is hard for a lot of financial advisors and planners to hear, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
You have to hone in on who it is you help. Because remember, then when you later on write your profile, you can't speak to everyone. It's not going to be attractive that way. You need, exactly like you say, you need to become a specialist, an expert in your field, not a generalist. And again, remember about the Google search at the bottom. People are very specific. They look for specific things and they look for a specialist who can solve that specific problem. They don't look for generalists.
No. You can charge a higher fee. You can also craft your skills more specifically to those specific people. Plus, you create more trust. And if you have a doctor who says, oh, I do a little bit of heart surgery, a little bit of knee surgery, a little bit of foot, or it's like, hey, I only do heart surgery. And you have need a heart surgery. Who are you going to go to? Of course, you're going to go to the heart surgeon, right? Of course. You've done 1,000. The other one has done maybe 300. Right? So it's the same here. Plus, what I think is funny is also, if you are specialized, sometimes people outside that field will also come to you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can you help me with this? You know, sometimes I have people, it's not a big thing I do, but can you help me with my CV or my job interview? It's not really anything I do big time, but yeah, of course I can do it. I can help them share the story and so forth. And I guess it's the same. You can help so many people sell on LinkedIn. It doesn't have to be only financial planners. It just happens you focus on that.
Because also, once you do that, it's so much easier later on, because here comes Mr. New IFA or Mrs. New IFA. And if they look at your profile and all you talk is about them, and then all your testimonials are people like them, they're more likely to come into your world, start following you, eventually booking a call with you. And you know from experience then, because all your clients are financial planners, very similar questions will come up at very similar points. And you have become an expert in guiding them through those hurdles, if you like. But if you have loads of different people, I don't know what a surgeon would ask me, you know. I could probably help them. But it's not my expertise. And I think also it comes, you know, I do this as well. It's the whole being really specific and being really niche. And I could probably help people write a website. It's not my forte. I could probably help a lot of people starting an own business because I've done it. But again, if I say I help people with their websites, I help people start run businesses, I do a bit of LinkedIn, people get confused. What does she do? Who does she help? Who is she? What? So it's you're helping yourself. I know I speak to so many of you, but Paola, if I lose these clients, I know it's only 20 grand, but then I'm just going to take them on anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you're making it harder for yourself. Imagine if you had 5 clients that all have £1 million of investable assets.
Yeah.
They all have similar interests. They all, you can almost do like a persona, almost put a box, put little pieces of papers. What are those characteristics of your dream clients?
Yeah.
What results did they get? Put it in the box. What are the characteristics? Put it in the box. What are their interests? Where do they go on holiday? Put it in the box. And you almost build like a persona.
Yeah.
Now, when you go into Sales Navigator, go after people like that.
Yeah.
It's being
totally
very
resonating.
intentional.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I like to do when I think about my persona is just take a dream past client. So like that is that person. Change the name, but then I write, okay, who is this person really?
Exactly.
But of course, if you never had any, you can think about it like you talked about. But
and I have a lot of financial advisors coming to me, I'm just starting out. I don't really have a persona. I don't have testimonials. Comes back to the mindset.
Yeah.
Listen, you are just starting out. You're in such a prime spot. You can pick anyone.
Yeah. Great.
I mean, go for it. And you just need one client and one testimonial. And you get them by believing in what you do and helping people. Then you get your second, your 8th, your 10th, and off you go.
Yeah.
I know it's scary. People say, I don't have a niche. Create one.
Yeah.
Who would you love to work with? Who would, if you had 10 of them, your days would not even feel like work. You'd be skipping, Who are they? Find them. Sign up more of them.
Yeah.
So it's
true.
A mind shift, not making it a big, hard thing, but, an opportunity of, wow, I'm in the driver's seat. I can choose how much I want to work. I can choose who I want to work with.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. It's
Awesome. That is so true. Well, let's dive into a few other things. So we talked about your profile, really optimize that, change of mindset, and a few techniques to find them. What do you do when you get on the call? Because one thing you talked about also a little bit earlier is really creating the trust, creating the relationship, because I imagine, sure, you have a bit of DMs, you write back and forth, you create a little bit of trust, but it's really when you're on the call, the big trust comes. They feel you have the exchange of energy and so forth. What are some ways you do to create trust and bonding with potential clients?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say actually it starts way before the sales call, way before. So I personally, this is now going into outreach.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you sit in Sales Navigator, it's almost like you're locating your clients. And then when you do your LinkedIn profile and optimizing it, that's all about attracting the clients. Yeah. Now we're almost at the third and final step with the outreach. And this is now where you close them into becoming paying clients. But I think before you jump on that sales call, there's quite a few things you can do beforehand. So I personally do a lot of direct messaging where I find out the baseline information. I found out if they've got the solution I help solve. I found out the timeline. I found out if they are interested to learn a bit more. But I also, myself, this is the second big thing I do. I do a lot of posts. But I write my posts, not what I had for tea, not, me at the gym, but very intentional. I speak to my dream clients.
Sure.
What are the questions clients I have asked me?
Yeah.
What are the things, the hurdles that they feel? And then you write posts towards those topics, because that will really help people coming into your world. Rather than having just a picture of your coffee or lunch, things like that, to be very intentional. So I personally, I would say I do a lot of DMs, going through the different buckets, if you like, to find out. And I also do a lot of posts. But the way I do posts, I don't care if they go viral. I just want to create conversations.
Yeah.
And if I have one post and it creates 5 conversations, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
But the posts need to be very intentional. The DMs need to be very intentional. But you can also obviously do things like a newsletter. Just a value add, provide things that are really valuable to your target audience. You can do things like email lists. Again, very similar to newsletters.
Yeah.
Videos. You can be on LinkedIn Live, like we're doing now. I know a lot of people are very scared of camera, but video, especially in 2025, is one of the easiest way you can build trust, because it's a person, you're moving, you're talking, they can hear you, they hear what you're talking about, and then it's their choice. Are they interested in hearing more about you?
Yeah.
Or are they not? Because today, leads take anywhere from 4 to 6 months before they convert, or they need roughly 10 to 12 hours of consuming you.
Okay.
Obviously, if you've been on a podcast, if you have LinkedIn Lives, if you do short little reels of yourself, you're on to winner, because they will just consume all of this. And you might have a phone call popping into your diary and you're thinking, who's James? Because he's seen all your posts, he's read all your newsletters, he's viewed all your videos, he feels like he knows you.
Yeah.
He just jumps on the call. So I think before you jump on the call, there's quite a few things you can do before you jump on the call to build that trust, and video is huge for sure. But then during the call, you know, you have to really just focus on them, see where they are, where they're trying to get to, and again, see what specific problem is it that they have, because everyone will be a little bit different.
Yeah.
And then how you would help them solve that problem. And then telling them, like you said previously, how you've helped other people do this.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that call, it should really be a yes or a no.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't convince anyone. You don't handle objection. You don't beg for someone to come and join you. They are ready or they're not.
Okay. Well, what do you mean by you don't handle objections?
I think if you've done all of this previously correctly, I have quite a lot of people that come to me and they say, they just book a call. And I'm thinking, oh, who's that person? And I always actually, before I have a phone call, I send a qualification survey. Okay. No one gets on a call with me without filling in that qualification survey.
So it has 5, 10 questions or?
Exactly, 10 questions, exactly.
Okay, 10 questions.
Just to see, you know, whether they actually have that solution, if, you know, generating quality leads is top of mind for them. Yeah. And then when we jump on the call, I often hear, oh, I've been following you for a very long time now, and it's just a matter of booking this call. And I know already then we get to this is how I help people. Would you like to jump on board? I know. Yeah. They go, yes.
Yeah.
Because they've seen all of this. If you build it up in systems.
Yeah. But what if a client then says, oh, the timing's not right, I'm a little bit busy, or that was a little bit more than I had expected in terms of budget. Yeah. I need to go back and talk to my company and they can pay for me. Like, that's an objection in my world. Yeah. I guess you
I think if you've done all the DMs and the posts and the lives and the newsletters, the right people would jump on the call with you. Yeah. If you let anyone get on a call with you, that's when you get I need to speak to my spouse, or I'm not the checkbook holder. Again, on LinkedIn, if you're looking for business owners, that's a really good one. Look for the business owner. Yeah. He or she will be the person with the checkbook. And guess what? Your sales call would be a simple yes or no. Yeah. You don't have to talk to so and so and so and so. No. So it's a lot of things behind the scenes before you jump on the call, and not opening calls to just anyone. Okay. But if you do get people, and still, of course, I get them as well. It's too much, or it needs to happen in January. I put them down to nurture. Okay. So if you got something like your workshop coming up, for example, invite them to that. It's free. It can be very valuable to them, but you're not selling. You're not pushing. So anyone who's not ready now, I would say, keep providing value to them and do it in the right way. And when they're ready, it almost becomes it's not if they're going to buy, it's when. If you do all of this correctly.
Okay. I get you. Yeah. So you do a lot of work behind the scenes.
Don't do fake urgencies. But I need to win him. Oh, it's only, if you do it in the next 24 hours, it's only $1,000. You know, real buyers, don't care about discounts. Real buyers don't care about fake urgencies. Real buyers don't want the 40% discount today and then 65 tomorrow, because you're just devaluing the value of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a brand like Apple or Nike. They're not like, hey, my shoe is 50% off. Yeah. Even if it's Christmas, it's the same price all year.
Exactly.
No matter what.
Exactly. And I mean, sometimes obviously you can do discount. I usually do discount on my birthday. So however much I turn, it's that percentage, or a Black Friday sale, because people are very in buying mode during those times, especially during Christmas and Black Friday. But not all the time, you know. You need to keep the standard. If you keep the standard of what you do, the people that come to you will eventually match your standard. And you'll get way less brain pickers, way less freebie hunters, way less I have to think about it, or people who have 2,000 questions, because real buyers don't ask 2,000 questions. No. They ask when and how, usually what's the price, and when can we start? Yeah. And when people ask those questions in a sales call, you know they're going to become a client. But someone who starts with, oh, do you have a 14-month payment plan?
I've had those. Terrible.
Yeah, you need to, it's the buyer behavior versus the brain picker behavior. And you need to be able to spot which one, where you can do a lot of it through your DMs and your posts and your lives and your newsletters to get the right people. If you speak to the right people will come to you. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're terrible to work with because they don't put in the effort.
Exactly.
Either. Like they show up for the first session. The second, they're like, oh, I'm a little bit late. I had a lot of things going on. Like, oh my God, you know, I booked in my calendar. I should never do one. I've had those, you know.
Yeah.
Hate it.
And we've all been there. And I say this to financial planners as well, especially when they go, oh, but I'll take anyone with money on. No. Yeah. The minute you say yes to one, you say no to another.
Yeah.
So if yes, it's not a dream client. You've just said no to a dream client.
Yeah, because they're out there. You could have spent that energy, the time, attracting the right ones, or the wrong ones, right?
Yeah.
And I see it as the same in my business. A lot of people, oh, I'll just speak for free. Yeah, there's a time and place for that. Maybe you just start out. You get your first 5 testimonials, and then you say, stop. I have 5. It's enough to prove to someone else I'm good.
Yeah.
Then you stop. Or you have to negotiate something else if you aren't paid, something of real value.
Right?
But at the end of the day, we got to get paid, of course. What's a phrase you do to get people to respond and open up the dialogue, and naturally also in your DMs? Because, you know, we have all experience getting spammed. You know, you connect with somebody and says, oh, I'm a LinkedIn expert. And they say, how are you? I'm like, okay, here we go again. Second mail is, oh, should you jump on a call? No, we shouldn't. Right. So how do you really get that? Because that's one of the things a lot of people struggle with.
Yeah, they do.
Natural and genuine.
Yeah. No. So first of all, we're in a massive trust recession.
Okay.
COVID happened. Everyone was online. I had a lot of new clients, which was exciting. But what happened in the online space, everyone was a consultant. Everyone was a guru. Loads of people created courses and they sold these courses. A lot of people bought them, but they weren't experts. They weren't gurus. And so they delivered some really subpar results for a lot of people that paid a lot of money. And back in the day, I used to as well, automation. You could send a whole sequence to people where you said something in the beginning, hello, short, maybe fourth message, you get into a little bit of what you do. And people replied, I want clients this way. Today, in 2025, it does not work. Because of automation from loads of people that were not in any place to do automation, they've made people become really, really skeptical. And LinkedIn is probably one of the worst places where people get spammed. I do too. It's so annoying. So annoying. Absolutely hate it. And I live and breathe LinkedIn, and I say that. So the way around it, what you do is what you just said, actually. be genuine and invest time in building real relationships. But again, if you go to Sales Navigator, pick a list of 250 people, hand-pick the photograph, hand-pick the experience, who they are, call it your buyers list, and then work this list. If you are now messaging these people because you're so excited, you're not going to spam them, you're not going to automate loads of people, you're going to personalize each and every message to these people.
Okay.
And what happens, they will come back to you.
Yeah.
But I would say, to answer your question, if you, I use a few different ones because I pretty much have stopped automation and I just do personal outreach now. Yeah. But I would say something like, what made you become a financial planner?
Okay, just show interest, really.
Yeah, like genuinely ask them, you know. And if they say, oh, the business, it was my father's business, they'll come back to you.
Okay.
And you're like, oh, that's really cool. Is he still in the business, or are you running it? And you then move on to like the baseline information. But you have to be genuine. If you're not genuine, it's not going to work. But I'm telling you, Sales Navigator is the secret sauce. Yeah.
Okay.
If you create a buyers list over there, and then when you reach out to them, be genuine, and don't say things you wouldn't actually say face to face. You know, if I go into a bar, I wouldn't say, hi, my name is Paola. I'm a client attraction specialist. I use LinkedIn. No. You might say, hi. Oh, what do you do? He might say, or she, I run my own business. And you might go, what made you start your own business? That's something you would actually say. You wouldn't go, oh, here's my link. Don't drop links.
No.
Don't drop a sales pitch. No pitching, no selling, no dropping links. The worst is when people drop a link and then say, are you still interested? No, I haven't replied to your last 5 messages. I'm not interested. Being genuine and actually put in the effort of building real, genuine relationships, because when they come onto a sales call later on, you know about their wife and the dog and they want this award. You have an actual real relationship. So the more true you can be and really mean it, the better results you'll get. But again, it comes back to Sales Navigator.
So you got to find the right people, make it conversational, show genuine interest, and being okay that you're not helping everyone. You're helping a few people that you like to work with and that you are the perfect match for. Not just, hey, I could probably help you. No, I know I could help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Really make a nice, good change and optimize on that. Paola, we covered a lot of stuff. We still have a little bit of time left, but I want to know, are there certain things we're missing? Are there certain things that you would have loved for me to ask you that I haven't asked you?
Sorry?
So my question to you is, what's my blind spot? That the question I haven't asked you that I should ask you, like, that would be
maybe if I got any cool projects coming up, or we're
going to come to all that, because everybody that's listening in here, Paola, I only invite really experts on LinkedIn, and that's why I have you, Paola, and everybody else that has watched my lives. You can go back and watch them and see these people I bring on really are experts. They do the work. Otherwise, I wouldn't bring them on board, of course. So, Paola, I know you're helping a lot of people. I know you have an awesome workshop coming up. You already almost 150 people signed up for it.
Yeah.
So my question is really, you have a great workshop coming up, 45 minutes, I believe it is, where you're, again, like we're doing right now, sharing tons of value, because you provide value. And of course, if people want to work more with you, they can do that afterward. But the first instance to connecting is creating value. So you have your workshop. You can talk a little bit about that as well. But what are other ways where they want to know more about you, get more help? Because I know you're putting out free content. Help me make sure that people that want to know more about you or connect with you, how can they do that?
So they can definitely find me on LinkedIn, and we might put a link to my LinkedIn profile at the bottom. Just send me a connection request, send me a DM. Also on my profile, I think there should be a call link somewhere if you want to book a call with me. If not, we'll put it, because I think my call link is now the register for my workshop instead of book a call.
Yeah.
If not, we'll put that in the show notes as well afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, send me a connection request, send me a direct message on LinkedIn, or book a call with me.
Yeah. And what's your workshop about? What are you helping people with in the workshop?
So the workshop is about my 3 pillars, which I call filter and find, and the profitable profile, and the optimized outreach. Can't even say it myself.
Okay, cool.
And it's just really learning the 3 things you have to master in 2025 and beyond to get clients consistently. Because I think so many people, they do the whole feast and famine. But it's like you said in the very, very beginning, and I love the book Atomic Habits. Yeah. James talks about you fall to the systems. You don't fall to your goals, and you set goals, but it's all about the systems you put in place. And I will walk through a bit about what those systems are to find real success, to being able to find clients consistently in 2025 and beyond.
So we're going to leave a link to the workshop in the show notes here. For everybody that are interested can join the workshop. You can, besides getting a ton of value, getting the 3 pillars to success on LinkedIn, you get to join an event with, let's see how many people are going to join. I don't know, 200, 300, there's still time. So you can also increase your network. So by just showing up, there's so much value. Plus, you're probably going to have a lot of fun, because I know you make your workshops interesting and fun. Paola?
I try.
Yeah, of course. We all do, right? Anyway, I really enjoyed the session. I learned so much. It's been a real pleasure to have you on here on the show. So I just want to thank you for your time, for your knowledge, and really all your energy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's been a real pleasure. And I wanted to ask you, actually, because I know your expertise. I might do this with you, but reverse, I might invite you to one of these if you would be open to that, and we can.
I'm totally open. I would love to be on, because as I said, I've previously worked with financial planners. Yeah. And again, like Paola is great. You're an expert on one-to-one. But again, if you want to scale your business, why not go one to many in a presentation and then follow your system, get them on a one-to-one call, right? Because at the end of the day, a way to scale your business is by being a great presenter. But if you're starting out, maybe a one-to-one is a little bit easier. And then kind of when you get comfortable, your calendar is fairly booked, maybe that's the time to grow.
But that's also how you scale, right? Because I, for example, I can only have so many every month on the one-to-one. And workshops and things like that, it's actually the one too many, where you can help more people. So I think, even for financial advisors and planners, they should really think about that rather than just helping one person. How can you help a room?
Yeah, and if you can invite in a group of 12 people, help them, and sometimes you can even help them more, because they can, in between, of course, they work with each other and so forth. There's a lot of value. Plus, money becomes less important when you have more people, because each person pays a little bit less, but you get to pay the less. That's why my business model is mainly go and do courses in companies. But I would love to help your community. We'll talk about it behind the scenes.
But, for sure.
Good, man. Awesome, Paola. Let's keep in touch. And if you have any questions, then write in the show notes. We still answer, even though we finished the live session.
Perfect.
See you.
See you. Take care. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I'm trying to